Throughout Earth's lifetime, many polyolithic pantheons have spawned legends that we now learn in our world's history today. Their very idea has spawned conflict for millennia, and these two warriors represent their gods to the fullest. Like Wonder Woman, Greek warrior of the Amazons and daughter of Zeus, and Thor, Norse god of thunder and son of Odin. I'm Cybertech Werewolf, and in this series I put two characters of fiction in a no-holds-barred fight. Two fighters, no outside help, one random encounter. Let's see who will win a cage match. Somewhere out there, lost in the deep ocean, lies an island called Themyscira, an island inhabited purely by women. But not just any women. These were the Amazons. The Olympian gods created these immortal warriors to keep justice throughout the world. However, on one fateful day, a military plane would crash near the island and change their lives forever. After a long discussion, the Amazons decided they wanted to reestablish communication and set peace with the people of the outside world. So, they held a tournament to decide who would represent the Amazons. The tournament had many trials, but the final trial required them to block a bullet from close range. The winner was a young Amazon named Diana. Diana, at a young age, was trained in nearly every type of martial weapon, and trained her whole life to be just as powerful as any of the other Amazons. After winning the tournament and re-establishing a treaty with the humans, Diana would become Wonder Woman, and would eventually help form the Justice League. With her fellow League members by her side, she will always be a force for good, and will protect the world at any cost.
I am Diana, Princess of the Amazons. I won't be denied!
In the realm eternal sits the roots of the World Tree, which connects the 9 realms together. Among these realms lies the kingdom of the gods, Asgard, and in this realm it houses the strongest and most noble warriors to have ever lived. However, it would never remain to be this simple. They were seen as immortal, but they can die like any other. It's just harder to accomplish. One of the ways Asgardians can die is through an apocalyptic event that kills all of Asgard, only to be reincarnated with vague memories of their previous life, in a never-ending cycle called Ragnarok. Odin, the All-Father of Asgard, was fed up with this, and decided to figure out a way to break this never-ending cycle. He would train and father the best warrior Asgard would ever know. This warrior is Thor, god of thunder. Odin trained Thor and his younger brother Loki in order to not only protect Asgard, but to permanently end Ragnarok. He did so by training Thor in multiple types of weapons in combat, and even granted him his signature weapon, the hammer Mjolnir, which is a hammer that was forged at the heart of a dying star, using an ancient metal called Uru. The hammer is an enchanted weapon, so not everyone can lift it. The hammer will not budge for anyone who is not pure of heart and noble of intention. However, Thor had a bad problem with underestimating his opponents, and so he gained a very cocky attitude. This threatened the safety of Asgard. Odin, in order to teach Thor a lesson of humility, casted him out of Asgard into a realm called Midgard, or planet Earth. Doing so made Thor mortal, as well as taking away his worthiness to wield Mjolnir. But walking among the humans humbled Thor, and taught him about self-sacrifice. This gave Thor his powers and worthiness back. This was Odin's plan, however, because sending Thor to Earth was something that had never happened before. By doing this, Odin managed to break the cycle and free the gods from Ragnarok. Later, Thor would return to Earth regularly to help out and even eventually help found the Avengers, where he vowed to protect Earth from all evil.
I've got this completely under control!
Is that why everything's on fire?
Wonder Woman has some outstanding feats. She is so strong that she is stated to be able to move a planet, a feat that even Superman compliments. She can even go toe-to-toe with Superman, even if she ultimately loses the fight in the end. She has defeated characters like Zod, Supergirl, and even Ares, the god of war. She even helped pull Earth with the help of Superman and Martian Manhunter. She has been trained in many types of combat, as well as nearly all types of martial weapons, even from a very young age. She can fly and has heightened wisdom. Diana is also resistant to magical attacks and can heal from almost any type of attacks except for piercing attacks. She has many types of weapons at her disposal, like her bulletproof bracelets that can take almost any hit, like lightning, gunfire, swords, and even Superman's heat vision. She can even conjure the Aegis as well as lightning from Zeus himself. She can even remove these bracelets to increase her own strength by 10, as well as summon her sword, which is so sharp it can cut atoms. Her last weapon is her lasso of truth, which, if you couldn't guess, makes anyone it touches tell the truth whenever she demands it. Having been trained her whole life, Diana is fairly skilled in hand-to-hand combat, and it's likely she's been around for nearly 3,000 years, though it's hard to tell since she's aged fairly slowly. But she has been around at least since the Roman Empire, and she's likely even older than that. Diana is a force to be reckoned with, and she will never stop delivering justice wherever she may find herself.
How do you expect to defeat Zeus if you can't even beat a girl?
Much like Diana, Thor has been training since his youth by the toughest warriors Asgard has to offer. This skill shows as he's defeated some pretty tough enemies: demons, giants, gods, and much, much more. He is a founding member of the Avengers and states he holds himself back in fear of killing those who are too weak to take his hits. His Mjolnir grants him limited flight, healing, and control over weather. He is fast, tough, strong, and very smart in combat. He has been trained in many types of fighting and weapons, including his belt of strength, his hammer, his axe, and much more. He can create storms, absorb energy, project energy, and can even enter Warrior's Madness, which increases his strength by 10 times, despite losing a bit of himself while doing it. Thor's weapon Jarnborn is a battle axe he had before Mjolnir, which is strong enough to pierce the armor of Celestials. Speaking of, Thor has also struck Galactus so hard it cracked his helmet. Thor can take down some of the toughest opponents in Marvel Comics, and when he goes all out, not many people can stop the God of Thunder.
I have felt your wrath, Frost Giants. Now you shall feel mine!
In terms of fighting capabilities, Thor and Wonder Woman have likely had the same amount of training, and is fairly similar training given that they both have been around for millennia. However, in terms of training, Diana has a slight advantage given that she had trained in more types of weapons than Thor. Thor was trained to use a lot, but Diana has trained in every martial weapon possible. Wonder Woman also has more weapons at her disposal than Thor does. This category goes to Wonder Woman. Let's move on to strength. Wonder Woman is pretty strong and has went toe-to-toe with Superman before, and even managed to subdue him on occasion. She even helped pull Earth, which means she likely has pulled over 2 quintillion tons. However, this was done with the help of Superman and Martian Manhunter, just so the Earth can move faster, because Superman was shown to move it on his own. So it's likely she's only pulled 1/3 of the Earth's total weight. Thor, on the other hand, once held the weight of 20 planets. Conservatively, this means that Thor has lifted over 132 sextillion tons, lowballing it, and that was with one arm. So more than likely he can lift even more than this, meaning Thor is over 60,000 times stronger. This category goes to Thor. In this category, book smarts won't matter much as raw experience. Both have trained from a young age. Wonder Woman has had far more formal training, but Thor has had real battle experience. Both seem to be smart enough to read people in combat as well as have taken down some pretty impressive fighters. Diana has taken down beings as powerful as Superman, and Thor has taken down characters like Hulk and Silver Surfer. However, Diana gets a slight advantage being that she has the gift of wisdom, though this can only get her so far. It does give her a slight intelligence advantage over Thor. This category goes to Wonder Woman. In terms of speed, both have shown to go at least faster than light. Thor can use Mjolnir to fly faster, and Mjolnir has been stated to move across the entire galaxy in less than a minute. But he has shown even faster feats when he fought the Phoenix, blocking light-speed moves at point blank. He's even reversed temporal attacks with Mjolnir. Diana has also shown to react to light-based attacks, like when she blocked all these god shards from attacking her from different parts of the galaxy. But she has also attacked characters like Zoom, who were moving faster than her, but was also moving through time, putting them almost equal. at least in these feats. Because here's the kicker. Thor has proven in his fight with Silver Surfer that he is far faster than that. Silver Surfer can travel the universe in mere seconds and fights at similar speeds. Thor consistently tagged him in their fight, meaning Thor is at least several times faster than Silver Surfer, who fights in nanoseconds. Speed easily goes to Thor. This one is pretty easy. Diana has many weapons she can throw, as well as plenty of magical weapons that she can toss his way, but so does Thor. And Thor has the ability to control the weather, so none of them have any more advantage over the other when it comes to range. This category is a tie. This is fairly easy to determine. Diana has tanked many hits from nuclear warheads and even when Superman split an atom to test her sword's strength. She survived, but not unscathed. Though strangely enough, she can still be knocked out by people like Superman with enough force and enough hits. Thor, however, is far more durable. He survived falling into the sun, a blast from a supernova, and has also tanked hits from Celestials, which are beings capable of destroying planets. Thor can still be knocked out and even killed, but it takes a lot more to do it. This category goes to Thor. Next, let's look at stamina and endurance. Diana can fight for days, especially in God mode when she takes her bracelets off, so she has some very impressive endurance. However, Thor once fought for 80 days straight with no rest and no sign of fatigue. The difference here is night and day. This one goes to Thor. Diana has two notable weaknesses. She has a bad habit of being overconfident, as well as her weakness to piercing weapons, and being shot will kill her. Thor, much like Diana, is overconfident and tends to hold back on opponents of earthly origin in fear of killing them, and is weak to magical weapons. Now, with all this in mind, it was tough to determine the clear winner, since both combatants have abilities and weapons that could take the other one down, and neither one are too naive to lose easily. But, after a long and tough battle and many hours of research on my end, I have determined the winner to be Thor. Let's look at the facts. Though Diana has far more formal training than Thor, there is no greater teacher than battle experience, and Thor has fought in far more battles than Diana, even if he didn't train as long as her. He is far stronger, far faster, and far more durable. Even with his weakness to magical weapons, which Wonder Woman has plenty of, Thor has been trained to block weapons and has been stabbed by weapons like the God Killer that Diana wields and could still fight. Thor could even outlast her in a fight, and his battle axe would do some serious damage to her, since the axe has been used plenty of times to kill Celestials powerful enough to destroy planets. Thor also has far more versatility than Diana, thanks to Mjolnir, which can manipulate matter, turn Thor invisible, and could control weather perfectly, making it difficult for one woman to keep up with everything. Even Diana's God Killer, which was stated to be able to cut through a lot of different things, there's no solid proof that her sword could cut through weapons like Mjolnir. In the end, Thor was too fast, too strong, and too durable for Diana. The winner is Thor Odinson.
Next.
Hey guys, sorry for how long it took to push this one out. I had a lot of projects to make, and the research took a lot longer than I thought it would. I do want to push more of these videos out at a faster pace, so if you want to see more, please show your support. Did you guys like this episode? What do you think needs correcting, if you could think of anything? Please leave all your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know who you want to see in future episodes. Please like and consider subscribing for more if you guys enjoyed it, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this. Also, check out all my socials in the description, and until next time guys, stay hype, stay awesome, stay weird, and be nice to each other. I'm Cybertech Werewolf, and I'll see you guys next time.